I made a play. Did you like the video? What's good? Stop clapping people. You have to forgive. I feel like if I clap you in a friendly way, it's better than me giving you a serious rebuke that you don't take seriously. That's it. So it's actually kind of more forgiving in a weird, weird way. This play is gonna confuse the shit out of some of you. You know that? It's gonna confuse the shit out of you. Look at that. Like, let me do this. Let me clap it up real quick. You guys liked the video. Look how easy that was. You guys were great today. So God bless you. Not a recommendation. Do not trade this. If you want more economic explanation on it, I will give it to you. But I grabbed a TLT July 16th put. I grabbed 100 of the 120 puts for July and then 50 of the 115 puts for 20 cents. So I spent 35 cents and 20 cents on the 115 and 120 put on TLT puts. A TLT put. Not a call. A TLT put. So remember, we have that other TLT call, but the idea here is essentially if inflation is going to get a little nuts here, July, it's pretty short term. It's saying if we get another one of these, again, this is what it's starting to look like here, where we might get something like that. So it's a weird strangle in a way, but it's going to be short term. I'm hoping that I see them as pretty cheap. My idea would be to be able to flip these in the next few days. I'm about 200 of those on a premium. I mean, again, I've missed a lot of these, or they end up. These are the ones where I hit a good trade and I throw these down as insurance in a weird way. But be careful. That's all. Just don't clap yourself. And see what happens. You are all adults. This is not a recommendation. There's a crazy man on YouTube. Ethereum is getting clapped right now. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before opening. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile. Press hi chat. X out the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Second link for the nightly Watch Us and main channel. First link for the Scream Alerts Bootcamp and Real Estate course. Keep your, what's it called? Your thumbs up on the video. Make sure you subscribe. You're on mobile. Press hi chat. Exit out. But, ladies and gentlemen, we've been here for 2.5 hours. We got 4.5 hours left to go. Sitting is the new smoking. I need you to get beside your desk and do 10 push-ups. Can't do 10, you do 5. Can't do 5, do 4. Can't do 4, do 2. Can't do 2, do 1. Can't do 1. Get on our knees, do a push-up, plank, the worm, anything, but get the body moving. Then, optometrist recommendation, stare at an object 10, 20, 30 feet away. Blink a few times. Relax those pretty little eyeballs. Blink, 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 blink. Blink, 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 blink. Oh. Amen. Next, I need you to relax your shoulders, drops the shoulders, fix the nerd neck, chest to the sun, tuck the hips in, flex in the core, baby. You look good. You look good. Ooh. You look good, man. You look good. Man, you look really good. You look better. You look better than young Buffett in Tulum. You looking like some Wall Street stocks right now, man. How you look that good? You look, man, you look better than the beach on Tulum, man. You trying to go to Tulum? Honestly, with that chest to this, I'll take you to Tulum right now. I ain't even playing. We'll go right now. This weekend, 2 days, 3 days. If you got that chest to the sun, shoulders back, you look amazing. I'll take you right now. Fuck, we could go right now. Honestly, with that chest to this, I'll take you to Tulum right now. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get but you look good, but you look a little weird with your legs, wrapped around your chair right now, or you have your left heel sitting on the computer chair with your right leg sticking out. You need your legs in front of you with the feet flat on the ground. It's good for you, okay? Next, relax the jaw. Breathe in really deep. Breathe out with your tongue out through the dragon where it goes. Didn't even get to cross. Amen, baby. Amen. Get it in there. Okay.
Yo, good morning, Change Your Zone. Welcome back to the morning grind. Sorry if I'm looking a little shiny this morning. Just got done with a morning workout. Had some surgery recently on my leg, so it's taken me out of the gym for a couple months now. I got approved to start walking and jogging again, so try to get rid of that pandemic weight and you know, kind of sticking around on the couch weight from that. So wish me luck. I got about 35 pounds at this point to 45 pounds that I want to drop off here over the course of the next year or so. We're listening to Josh Answers, aka the Stock Market Live on YouTube, or the Trading Fraternity. See what we got in the background right now for market updates. We've been up since about 6 a.m. this morning. One of the first things that I do is you know, take that cold shower, get ready in the morning, and eat breakfast, let the animals out, you know, play with the cat and the dog a little bit, and then after that we start off with our journals. So I've got, you know, affirmations and goals journals that I try to work on daily. After that, we switch it up to our stock review, and it's a different journal for each kind of topic, and I go over the different market updates. So for example, you know, right now some of the notes are that the lumber and raw materials are all-time highs right now, and the transport for those materials is not helping to bring those prices down anytime soon. Jobs report is interesting because the jobs was a big miss today. The report was down on jobs, even though we're in the reopening phase post-pandemic. So that was interesting, and people are kind of speculating that the used car market is like the tell for that. You know, there's a split argument on that out there in the market, but if you're thinking about selling your used vehicle, now might be a good time for you to take a look into it. Take a look at the resale value of your vehicle. A lot of times, if you just recently purchased a vehicle or you leased a vehicle and then bought it out of that lease, a lot of times you find yourself upside down on the value of that versus what you owe on it. That could have just flipped upside down on its head, and you could potentially be able to get out of your vehicles at a profit, or at least a couple $1,000s higher than what they have been worth. So take a look at the used car market. It is high in demand. I know that the motorcycle market is super high on demand. Trade-in value for Harley Davidsons, they're giving great prices on trade-in value for the bikes, as they are getting a really good markup on it when they go to sell it on their sales floor. So check it out if that's something of interest to you. As far as the inflation printing higher, it's at you know, one of its highest rates since the 80s, you know, per Josh Answers. I haven't vetted that information, but one of the things mentioned this morning. And he's predicting 1 to 2 years before the inflation starts to bring back the net, brings down the pricing of everything and starts showing its negative aspects. In the real estate market, we're looking at a more bullish outlook than that. We're looking at between, you know, 3, 5, 7 years before we're starting to see, you know, kind of a turnaround. And that might be maybe a little bit zoomed in to just the real estate market. Whereas, you know, we're talking about the broader perspective earlier when it comes to stocks, finance, and equities. When it comes to the real estate, the crazy thing is, like, per decade, you know, for, you know, 2010 through 2020, only about 10 million homes were built compared to the 27 million in population growth. And it hasn't been that way since, you know, oh God, I have the chart somewhere. I'll have to bring it up later on. But I think it was like God, like the 50s or the 60s or something like that. Other than that, like the housing market's been pretty much in line with the population growth, you know, give or take a couple million off of each other. This is the first time there's been such a huge offset by over 10 million between the two. So, you know, the quantity of houses is not increasing by any means, and the market is just so incredibly fast right now that we're just seeing, you know, crazy times where contingencies are being removed, properties are selling at all-time highs, making it harder to appraise. Appraisals are short, you know, as far as what they're reviewing a lot, and then also like just getting your home appraised is taking longer than it normally takes right now. So you might be expecting a full 17 days for an appraisal, whereas normally you could get it done in like 10 or less, depending on what was going on, at least to my understanding. So going back to the stock market right now, the market opened up red today and kind of bounced around plus or minus, you know, a couple percent. And then a couple things really sold off in the first hour anyways before I went for my morning walk. Some of the things that I liked holding up was Upstart seems to be holding up on the daily. GM and Tesla likes it above the 600 mark. We'll continue to be watching those. I average in on a like bi-weekly schedule, basically breaking down percentages of the paycheck that I get. 10% automatically gets put into a 401k before I even see my paycheck, and then another 10%, roughly 10 to 12%, gets pulled out for individual investment into the stocks that I have high conviction on. So right now I've been averaging into Jamia, Neo. I like Airbnb below a certain price. I've been watching Coinbase around like the 250 below 300 mark, waiting for that bounce. I was wanting to see it bleed below 250 a little bit more before I really went in heavy. It didn't do that, so we'll watch it for a little bit, see what it continues to do. But we'll see. And then let's see here. Pretty much caps it up on my notes for the financing this morning. So after I get done with the walk and come back in, I normally review the market, trying to look for houses for the clients. I just got done going through it. Most of the properties that are listed today, at least as of this point in time, it's still early. I've already seen nothing's really fitting the criteria for the area on the buyers that we're looking for right now. I'm looking for if anybody out there in the Central Valley, California area has a home, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, ideally with a pool. Looking for around 400,000. We got some buyers lined up for that. And then also looking for, you know, probably a 3-bedroom, 2-bath around like 270,000 or so. It's kind of what we're looking for. No necessary need for a pool on that one. There's a couple ones here that are close, but nothing that's like a slam dunk or a home run here going on. We got a 4-bed, 2-bath that hit the market today, around 560,000. A 5.3 for 665. We have, if you don't mind the mountain areas, we got one up in Auberry. That's a beautiful looking home. Let's see here if I can bring up a picture of that one. I kind of like these mountain ones. And then if you're a college kid or young adult, what have you, over by City College, there's a listing that looks pretty nice. Looks like maybe a flip, but the inside's done nice. Liked it. So as far as the Auberry property goes, this one was kind of cool. I like the view on this one. Do a little virtual tour right here for you. They just did like this faux wood floor to kind of like match with the ceilings in the property throughout. Definitely kind of like an earthy, warm cabin feel to the area. Warmer tile and original looks like tile countertops right there. I would have liked to have seen kind of like a rock finish replacement, but I don't know, maybe they're trying to get out of it with as little rehab cost as possible. You know, they did put some upgrades into it before listing it, it looks like. This one's pretty cool. Great views from every room, cool summer breezes from the shade of the old trees, and we got the large deck out there with a big oak canopy. The main level is over, 2,300 square feet. Pretty big kitchen, opens up to a nice entertainment area. This one was kind of nice because, if I'm not mistaken, the main suite was on the entry level to the property, which is always nice if you have anybody elderly in the family that's like not very good with the stairs, what have you. Definitely going to get some snow in the near area on this guy, but all in all, I thought it was a pretty neat property. Lots of land. I feel like kind of getting out there. Some of the other things we've been working on right here is working on building out this spreadsheet. So, not just helping people on finding their properties on real estate, and wanting to also become an investor as well. I'm in a position where I'm looking at maybe potentially getting my first property to cash flow, or move out of the existing one that I'm in right now and try and cash flow this one and just move into the next. So this was like one of the deals we were looking at right here, where it was about $350,000. It was actually listed for less than that. It was listed for like 260, 270, and it was a fourplex. Okay, one of the units was redone, and 3 of them were pretty thrashed in my opinion. So I don't know how you all feel about it, but I've followed some other people as far as like rehab predictions and costs. And sometimes what they'll say is a square foot, price per square foot. So if it's like a lipstick rehab, you hear the argument of like $15 per square foot. If it needs like a little bit of work, cabinetry, what have you, you might be looking at like $20 a square foot. And if it's like a real heavy gut job, then maybe $25 a square foot, with anywhere from, $10,000 to $15,000 cost for, major issues being pool, AC, and roof, more so than just like a reshingling. So plugging that in there, I factored $25 per square foot on this property, and multiply that out, and then added a $15,000 extra expense on top for the roof. I think I might have even rounded it up to 20,000, just being ultra conservative. When I first ran the numbers without the rehab costs involved on this property, you can see here on the cash on cash return, it was somewhere up around like 29%, I think. And I was like, man, those numbers are just too good to be true. I got to get myself inside this property, see how much work it actually needs, and then run the numbers. So I did that. I went to one of the showings, checked it out. And I think some of the major issues was like the roof ended up like kind of sloping towards the front. It was kind of like sinking in a little bit. It almost looked like a skateboard quarter pipe. That was a little bit concerning. Going out on some of the duplexes, I could actually, not the duplexes, but the units of the fourplex, I could actually, as I walk towards the street, feel the whole side of the house like slope towards the street. There's like a little bit of a lean angle. I don't know if that was from the subfloor or from like the the foundation settling more on the street side. So that could be potentially like a costly expense. Speculating here, of course, I haven't done a rehab myself yet, getting ready to kind of jump in. Hopefully I don't bite off more than I can chew with the first one. A couple of units had like some bubbling in the ceiling where you could obviously tell that there was a plumbing issue or a roof leak before. But anyways, I figured $25 per square foot, and then an additional $15,000 to $20,000 on top for the roofing issue. The foundation or like sloping of the one unit is definitely a big question mark, and who knows about any wood rot, termite, or what have you without doing an inspection on it. But you could be looking at some major repair costs there too, as it looked like it was a wood subfloor. That being said, factoring in over $80,000 in rehab costs, which, I mean, let me know in the comments if you think that wasn't enough in this particular situation based off of what I'm describing. I still saw like a 10.7% return on cash. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, so that pretty much recaps it up for the morning. I get ready to head to work right now. Hopefully some more houses pop up over the rest of the day. We're going to set some automatic alerts up for our clients so they get notified as soon as they hit the market, and it will notify me too, and we can set up some showings and get them that new dream house. It will be a game changer for anybody's life right now investing. you know, nothing is for sure in the market, but I'm expecting great things in the growth of equity in the homes over the next couple of years until I see otherwise. So stay tuned, and you all have a beautiful day.